Pythonic Accountant here. Today, I'm going to look at one of my favorite tools. I've demoed it a little bit in the past, but Claude Code is just incredibly powerful. This is typically, a coding agent built by Claude, and it lives in your command line. And this thing is just really, really good at writing code. But today, we're going to use it a little bit differently. Some folks have tried using it as almost like part of your operating system. And it's really good at that too. Kind of scary how good it is, and a little bit dangerous if you're not careful, because when it has access to your computer system, it can do things you might not want it to do, like delete things it shouldn't. So you got to be careful, but it can be so incredibly powerful as an accelerator tool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open up Claude Code on my command here. So I'm just going to type in Claude. And this, I believe this works in both Mac and Windows. I'm in a Mac now. And what we're going to do is we're going to stay, okay, I've got this folder with 1,000, invoices in it. And I don't know if it's actually 1,000 invoices, but it's a lot of invoices. And what we're going to do is we're going to have it give me some data at first. So I'm going to say, all right, going into my PDF invoice folder and give me some statistical data about how many invoices there are per person. So I'll say go into the invoices folder on my desktop, calculate the number of invoices per person. Give me the results. I wonder if I should do it in a visual. Yeah, that sounds like fun. In a visual format, like a histogram. And so I love the little messages that it gives me as it's thinking. So I said, okay, I'll help you analyze the invoices and create a histogram. Let me start by exploring the invoice folder on your desktop. So it immediately found the invoice folder on the desktop. It found the names of some of the invoices. And it says, perfect, I can see the invoices, follow the pattern, invoice underscore person name underscore invoice number. And so now it's creating a Python file that it is going to run through and grab all of the information and create a histogram and save it as an image all in one file. So that's fantastic. So I'm going to say, yep, go ahead and run this. Let's see, it should only take a few seconds. Oh, but it found it doesn't have a library that it needs. So we're going to create a virtual environment. This is, again, figuring out that it needs to do this. So I love it. So it says, okay, I need to create a virtual environment so I can pip install the Python libraries that I need to do this. That'll probably take a few seconds for it to run, but this is awesome. Like I could probably write this Python code myself, but this is like a one-time thing I might be doing. I don't need it to be anything more than just an accelerator to do it. And oh my goodness, it's already done. That was really cool. This is not a very useful histogram because it's names are all jumbled. This is insane, but it did what I asked. That's kind of cool. Let's see if I can fix it so it will only show me the ones that have, let's say, 4 and above, because that'll be a little bit easier to read. Okay, limit that histogram to just the ones with 4 and above invoices. It's a hot mess of a visual right now. I'm going to hit enter, and hopefully it'll see that message and make the update. And yeah, 508 people. That's a lot of people. Yeah, maybe it does have 1,000 invoices. That's pretty cool. So now it's making the update for me. It's limiting it to just the ones with 4+ invoices. And this is wicked fast, like it's already done. So let's take a look at the results. And that is a lot easier to view. This is cool. So now, and it even color coded the top 5. I love it. So you've got all of your names, the count of how many invoices they have, and in order from most to least. Beautiful. All right. Now, let's say I don't like the format of this. It's got, the name invoice underscore first name, last name underscore invoice number. I don't love that. Let's see if we can come up with something better. So I'm going to say, please let me modify the naming convention of these invoices. Can you propose a better format and change them? So let's let it be creative and come up with a better naming convention and then go ahead and do it for us. Again, whole scale changing 1,000+ files naming convention would be very difficult and annoying to do manually. But pretty, easy to write Python code to do it, but so much better to have this little, coding assistant partner to do it for you. And again, we're just in the command line here. Okay, so which naming format would you prefer? He gave me four options. So invoice first, sorted by number, client first by person. But that would be first name, last name. I don't know if I like that. Reverse domain style. So invoice person, most concise, and then date based if you want to add dates. So if it's date based, wouldn't it have to grab the dates from inside the invoice? That might be nice though. Let's try that. Let's try date based and then let's get a little fancy, see if we can do last name first. So I'm going to do 5. Let's do date based. You'll probably need to pull that from inside the invoice and also do last name first. Last name, first name, then invoice number. Okay. Let's see if it does it. It's exciting. I love having this tool. I wish I had this back when I was doing my initial accounting and audit days. Having something like this to manipulate all the files that I received from clients would just be so nice. So now it's going to examine the sample invoice to see if it's easy to extract the date. I love it. So it needs to install a PDF reading library. So it's going to grab PyPDF. Okay. And now it's writing the code to grab the data from the PDF file. So again, like stuff that I could do and would do myself. And if I was going to do this process multiple times, maybe it would be worth coming up with a, robust and scalable set of code. But this is just a one-time thing. It's doing it for me, doing it real quick. And we've been at it for, 7 minutes now, right? Like this is so quick how you can get this information in the format that you need or to make changes in a way that you need it. So I love it. It's testing on a few sample files to make sure that the renaming works correctly before it tries to execute it. So that's great. I'm guessing we'll see if it gives me a preview first for me to like approve it. And let's see. It's asking me source invoice bin activities, test invoice renaming dry run. Yes, you could do a dry run. That's cool. So let's see what the dry run looks like. Okay, debugging some data extraction issue. That's good. So it noted that there is an issue and it's going to try and fix that issue itself before running everything. So we'll see what happens. So it's checking with this invoice file. It found the issue. The date appears before the date label in the PDF text, not after. Very nice. Again, the kind of stuff that if I was a human doing this, I would follow the same steps, but it would take me 10 times as long probably. So now it's updating the script to process on all 1007 files with a progress indicator. Very good. And again, it looks like it's in the testing renaming phase. So I don't think it's going to commit to the renaming quite yet. But I guess we'll see. So perfect. Now we'll run the script on all 1007. Okay, nope, it's committing to it, but that's okay. Good thing we're using some fake data and not real data here that I don't mind if it screws it up. So, okay. So it looks like we got date, got last name, first name, invoice number. That's exactly what I asked for. This is fantastic. So you do have it in kind of chronological order, but then if you have multiple in one day, you have it in name order. So that's really nice if that's how we wanted it. Really cool. So let's see, is there anything else we should do here? What we could do is, let's say you wanted a simple CSV file that summarized all the information in your invoices. Would that be kind of cool? All right, so this had some issues with these files. So I'll be like, nah, ignore those. I do want you to do something else for me. please grab, let's see, date, invoice, total, name, and that's probably it. And then create a CSV file with all of that info. So invoice, total, and name for each invoice, and create a CSV file with a little bit of info so I can add it all up. See if it can do that for me. And it should be able to do it pretty quickly because the PDF parsing is fairly quick. I mean, you just saw it happen to grab the dates from all of these 1,000+ PDFs. So now it's just going to grab the amount as well. Now, the only question is how easy is it for it to parse the amount? It has not determined how to parse the amount yet. But again, it'll probably follow the same process as before, right? It's going to inspect the invoice, determine where the amount is within the invoice, try to come up with a regex rule to grab that amount, and then pull it out to create this CSV file. Yes, go ahead and do it. Let's see what happens. So it's having trouble grabbing the invoice amount. I had a feeling that might happen. So now it's rereading one of the files and seeing if it can figure out what the rules are in order to identify and grab the invoice amount. So let's see if it can figure that out. Okay, so let's see if it was able to get it right. We're going to go and see where the CSV file was created. I'm guessing it was in the previous folder here in invoices. No, not there. Where did you save the CSV file? Ah, on my desktop, of course. So let's go and grab that CSV file and test a few just to make sure it looks right. All right, let's take a look at a few of these. So we got Ken Lonsdale, 2296.99. Let's take a look, and 2296.99. Cool. Grab the total like I asked. Let's do a couple more. Keen Nguyen. Probably butchered that name. 373.81. 373.81. Let's just check one more just for fun. How about Russell Applegate? Boom, boom. Russell Applegate 999977. This is super cool. So, I mean, look at this. Without lifting much more than just a couple of fingers to type in what I want, less than 15 minutes, we took over 1,000 invoices and grabbed the invoice amount for each one, plus the name and the invoice date, and got the file name here. Got this into a CSV file, which we can do a ton with from here. We can visualize it. You can calculate totals. You could select samples, whatever you want. This is pretty awesome. So I hope you are starting to see the power of some of these tools, especially Claude, as more than just a coding assistant. Some people have called this almost like an operating system. So like AI as an operating system on your computer, which I totally agree. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were inspired by it, and we'll see you at the next one.